How's everyone today? I'm here with my WWE Clash of Champions 2016 pay-per-view. Of course, this was the first Raw exclusive pay-per-view event that took place on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view. And I gotta say, overall, coming out of the event, I thought it was actually a really good show. I don't think there's anything that bad on it at all. I think we had 3 great matches, and the rest of the undercard was actually pretty solid. So I felt that Clash of Champions was actually a very strong way for the Raw brand to kick off its quote-unquote new era in WWE. So I thought it was a good show. I really liked it, and yeah, I think that was a really good way to start off the Raw brand for pay-per-view. So really good stuff, I thought, overall. Before I jump into the pay-per-view, of course, I had the 1 hour kickoff show 1 hour prior to the pay-per-view, which featured Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox. You know, it was what we expected. Alicia Fox tried to be aggressive. Nia Jax wasn't having it. Nia Jax wins with the Samoan drop. That's all that happened. So nothing really too noteworthy in the kickoff with that match. And then going to the actual show that I opened up with the Raw Tag Team Championship match, The New Day versus Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I thought this was actually a really good opener. I thought, you know, Anderson and Gallows looked great from the get-go. Of course, Karl Anderson attacking Kofi Kingston when Luke Gallows taking out Big E as well as Xavier Woods. So I thought Gallows and Anderson had a very good start to this match. They looked definitely strong in this match. I think Gallows and Anderson are 2 guys they've been pretty much underutilizing, and they should both be being booked, if I can be smart for a second, as monsters, and they haven't really done that yet. But in this match, they were being looked at as monsters. They're taking control. They're being very aggressive. New Day barely got any leverage, and if they did, you know, quickly Anderson and Gallows were able to transfer back the momentum to their side. So I thought that was great tag work from both of them. Kofi had a hot tag to Big E, and Big E had some good exchanges with Karl Anderson, trying to go for a signature spear on the apron, but Karl Anderson was able to hit a knee on Big E. And Kofi tagged in and tried to do a jump from the top rope, but Karl Anderson actually caught him into a spine buster, which looked absolutely beautiful. So that was a really good counter there from Karl Anderson. They were able to hit the Boot of Doom, but got broken up with a pinfall. Then they were able to, well, they weren't able to get it. They tried to lock in or hit the Magic Killer, but, you know, New Day was able to get out of it, or Kofi was able to get out of it. And just mayhem erupted. Everyone was going crazy. Xavier Woods hits Karl Anderson with Francesca, which would fall by the win with New Day by hitting their finisher on Karl Anderson. 1, 2, 3. New Day retains tag team titles. Fucking ridiculous that New Day has retained tag team titles. I'm officially over with New Day. I'm fed up with them. They're being shoved down our throats constantly. They should have lost those tag team titles a long time ago, especially at SummerSlam. They should have lost it. There's no reason why they didn't lose them there. I'm sick of New Day as tag team champions, and they didn't lose them now. I'm hoping with that finish, it leads into another match, hopefully tomorrow night on Raw maybe, in which Anderson and Gallows actually win the tag team titles there. But, you know, I thought it was a short match, better than the SummerSlam match, I thought, but Anderson and Gallows should have won. Fuck New Day. New Day sucks. Chance can restart with me because I'm fed up with New Day at this point. So, yeah, solid opener. Just fucking stupid that New Day retain. From there, I'm going to go to the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. They had a nice opening, or they had a nice video package for this match, which I thought they should have showed on Raw for TJ Perkins mainly, because they showcased him mainly for him, you know, being champion and whatnot. But Brian Kendrick, TJP went out there and had a really good match. I thought both men went out there and had a great little cruiserweight match. You know, you didn't get your typical stuff that you probably think you'd get in a cruiserweight match, which is a bunch of high-flying nonsense. But you had some good wrestling from both men. TJP was able to get his stuff in, and Brian Kendrick was able to get his stuff in as well. He plays in a great heel. I love Brian Kendrick, and I'm really loving the run he's been having WWE this year so far. So I'm really happy that he's there, playing a great aggressive heel. You know, him doing tactics such as, you know, TJP going for the dropkick on the outside. Kendrick able to get out of the way and lure him into the apron and just, you know, start wailing him there. So great heel work from Brian Kendrick, and TJ Perkins had a really good showing. The last 5 minutes of this match really picked up. I thought both men had great exchanges. You know, Brian Kendrick hitting side spread number 2, TJP kicking out, and then, you know, Brian Kendrick getting hit with the Benadryller. That's, you know, Ricochet calls it, but TJP uses it as well. And, you know, Brian Kendrick able to get out of it and just, you know, TJP able to lock in the knee bar for the submission victory. Really good last 5 minutes of the match, so a really good cruiserweight match. So I really enjoyed that. Of course, I thought the match, Brian Kendrick attacks TJP when TJP is trying to interview him, but he interrupts with the handshake, hug, headbutts him. So hopefully Brian Kendrick, they build him up for him beating TJP for the title. No, TJP just won the championship. But I'd love to see Brian Kendrick win it, be a dominant heel champion, and have someone like Cedric Alexander come in and finally dethrone that, you know, heel champion. So hope that's what they're going for. If not, I don't know what the purpose of that ending, purpose of the ending segment was. But really good match. Last 5 minutes was absolutely awesome, and hopefully the ending set up a big thing for Brian Kendrick in the future. So yeah, a really good Cruiserweight title match. And from there, I'm going to go to the best of 7 series match. Of course, this is the last match. It's match number 7 between Cesaro and Sheamus. This match is pretty much what every match of theirs have been, but it's been kicked up an extra notch. I think both men went out there and absolutely killed it. Match of the night, in my opinion. These guys went out there and had a rough, strong style match, just wailing each other left and right. Like I said, nothing new really in this match. There were a few new things. You know, Sheamus tried to do a spin kick, which was absolutely awful. Cesaro hit a 619, which was out of nowhere. So, you know, there's a few new things we saw in this match, but mainly it's, you know, the match we've seen them have before, but it was just kicked up another notch. And they went out there and absolutely killed it and had a pretty long match too. It was about 20 minutes, and they just put on a really, really good style match. Probably their best match they've ever had so far, at least on WWE TV. So, like I said, match tonight for me. Really loved it. You know, Cesaro took a nasty bump when he did a suicide dive and actually landed right on top of his head. And looked like he kind of, you know, broke his back on the landing. So Cesaro had a really nasty landing outside, but you know what? That didn't stop him. They went in the ring, had another killer exchange, which the match led to the outside, which led to them just, you know, again, absolutely killing each other. And, you know, they ended up spilling into the crowd. And then the match was deemed a no fucking contest. Match 7 deemed a no contest. So I guess the series ends in a tie. I don't know what they're going to do about it, but I just thought the ending was really stupid. However, I do hope they do not go in the direction that Bryan Alvarez suggested they might go in with this. And if you don't know Bryan Alvarez, he's in the Wrestling Observer. He suggested that, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, he suggested that this series would actually end in a no contest and that both men would be given a tag team title match since they both technically won, and that they'd become a tag team. And I really hope that's not the direction they go in. I don't want to see Cesaro in a tag team. You know, he should be a singles guy. And him tag team with Sheamus, especially after this, to me would just be pretty stupid. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll have to wait till tomorrow and Raw see how it plays out. But yeah, fantastic match. Like I said, both men went through and had the match tonight and just absolutely destroyed each other. And I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, so yeah, great match between Cesaro and Sheamus. From there on, we go to Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho. This match was good, but the attention was not there. It's one of those matches where it's good, nothing's bad, but you just have no interest in it. And that was the case with me here. Sami Zayn looked like $1,000,000. Chris Jericho obviously is past his prime in the ring. Yes, he can have entertaining segments on Raw and whatnot, like his segment on Raw this past Monday was really entertaining. But as far as he goes in the ring, to me, he's just, I don't really care to watch Chris Jericho. His matches, Dean Ambrose proved it. AJ Styles, he proved he couldn't keep with AJ Styles during their feud. So Chris Jericho as a singles guy, or at least in the ring, I don't care to see him in 2016 in the ring. So he didn't look good either. You know, he missed some of the Sami Zayn spots. He screwed up the DDT between the ropes as Sami Zayn does. So he screwed up a handful of things. But Sami Zayn looked great though. So it's good, but just didn't pique my interest. Chris Jericho wins with a code breaker out of nowhere, so that was pretty disappointing that Chris Jericho won. But you know what? He's probably going to be in the Universal title scene, especially after the main event. So, whatever. Sami Zayn should have won, but it is what it is. And from there on, we go to the triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Sasha Banks versus Bayley. I thought this match was great as well. This was actually a really good match here. You know, Bayley was pretty underutilized in this match. She really wasn't in all that much. She was in the beginning, and she was kind of like phasing in and out during the match. But Sasha Banks and Charlotte had a great exchange in this match. Their exchange in this match is the Sasha Banks-Charlotte matches I loved back in NXT. You know, their match on Raw a few weeks ago, or 2 months ago when Sasha won the title, was a great match. The match at SummerSlam was really good, but only because Sasha carried it. But they were having a great exchange in this match. They had some really good stuff, especially the chop exchange between both of them. I thought that was great work. So yeah, definitely Charlotte and Sasha Banks had the best exchanges in this match. Because I said, Bayley really wasn't in the match all that much. She was pretty underutilized. She just appeared here and there. But yeah, great opening between all three women, you know, going at it. Especially the drop kick spot, of course, where they do the drop kicks and they kind of like look at each other like, whoa, you know, we're kind of evened up in this matchup. But Dana Brooke got involved a few times, which was just dumb. I don't care for Dana Brooke, and she's really useless, so whatever, Dana Brooke. But yeah, you know, they had some nice spots. You know, they recreated some old spots like from WrestleMania, the triple threat match where Sasha Banks was able to hit the double knees to the, you know, the spot she does, where she does the jumping knees onto them through the ropes. They'll do that, but Charlotte got out of the way, and they did some spots, and Charlotte did a beautiful moonsault from the top rope onto both of them, so pretty much a double moonsault. So he had some really good, nice spots. I thought all of them meshed very well, and I thought they put on a really good triple threat match. You know, like I said, one of the great matches on the show. So I really enjoyed it. Sasha looked great. You know, Bayley could have been utilized better, and Charlotte didn't look terrible. So it was a win all around. Besides Bayley being underutilized, I guess they could have utilized her more, but since they didn't utilize her all that much, they couldn't have hurt her all that much. So it is what it is. Ending comes with Charlotte retaining the women's championship. Of course, mayhem's going on. You know, near falls, you know, near submissions where Sasha Banks is locking a submission hold, but of course Dana Brooks getting involved or, you know, whatnot. Just a bunch of mayhem's going on. Sasha Banks on the outside tries to get in the ring. Of course, Charlotte pushes Bayley into Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks falls down. Bayley turns around to a big boot. Charlotte pins her 1, 2, 3. Expected Charlotte to win. I'm expecting her and Sasha Banks at Hell in a Cell in Boston. Sasha Banks' hometown, so you can pretty much put two together, and which hopefully is going to happen with Sasha Banks winning the title there. But yeah, great match. Just it's unfortunate that Charlotte's still champion, but what can you do? From there, I'm going to go to the United States Championship match, Rusev versus Roman Reigns. This match was just boring. This was probably my least favorite match on the entire card. I didn't like it at all. The first half of the match is just Rusev throwing Roman Reigns around. And then, of course, Roman Reigns having his comeback, but Rusev still having the upper hand. Lana gets involved. That's Roman Reigns gets a spear on Rusev, so Roman Reigns doesn't get the win. Roman Reigns gets out of the accolade a few times. And Rusev goes for the kick, and then Roman Reigns counters into a spear for the 1, 2, 3. So Roman Reigns is a brand new United States champion. That's pretty much what the match was. Nothing really much to it. Like I said, my least favorite match on the card, to be perfectly honest. It wasn't bad, but it was boring, and then it picked up towards the end. But yeah, Roman Reigns, the U.S. champion, expected it. As long as he's not in the Universal title scene, he can be a U.S. champion as long as they want to have him have the title, to be perfectly honest. I don't care. And you know, someone had to beat Rusev for that title. I don't think anyone at this point was really going to do it besides Roman Reigns, so I'm not surprised by it. But yeah, boring match, predictable outcome. Hopefully Roman Reigns stays on the main event still, so I think it's a win. So it is what it is. And then we go to the main event, which was the WWE Universal Championship match. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. I thought this match was great. I thought both men went there and told a pretty good story for the most part. You know, Seth Rollins, I'm really digging him as a face because he's being more aggressive in his matches. He's really showing some more athleticism, and just being, like I said, just more aggressive. And Kevin Owens is playing the great hero like he's done for years, just being a great comedic in this match, just yelling nonsense like, "You're the architect, but where's your foundation?" You know, like, it's just little things Kevin Owens does make him great, and just, you know, just in-ring work was great as well. Of course, he teased the package power driver, which I don't think he'll ever hit, but the more he teases it, the more I just want to see him actually do it. So him and Rollins had some good stuff. He had some nice spots, especially on the outside, where Kevin Owens tells the ref to suck it as he tries to do a senton through the table. But Seth Rollins actually moves out of the way, so Kevin Owens eats shit going to the table. They did a pretty dangerous spot where Kevin Owens gives Seth Rollins a gutbuster off the top rope, which might have broke Seth Rollins' rib because throughout the rest of the match he was actually heavily breathing as well as holding his ribs. So Seth Rollins might have broken his ribs from that gutbuster, followed by a frog splash too from Kevin Owens. So he might be injured from that, but I don't think he'll be out of action from it. But you know, we'll see how it plays out. So yeah, great main event going. You know, the match went about 25 minutes too, so it's going great. And then the ending happens. The ending is just complete and utter bullshit. I didn't like the ending at all. You had Chris Jericho running down the ramp trying to help Kevin Owens after Seth Rollins hits a pedigree. And, you know, looks like he's going to win the championship. But, of course, Chris Jericho, I think, pulls the referee out. And, you know, he puts Kevin Owens' foot on the rope. Referee doesn't see him do it, so he doesn't eject Chris Jericho. Seth Rollins takes out Chris Jericho, which Chris Jericho fucks that up. Which I don't know how you can fuck up being taken out, but he did somehow. Owens goes to pop-up powerbomb. Rollins just jumps over him right into the referee. So the referee is now taken out. You just have a bunch of bullshit going on. Politics. It's just my main gripe with Raw is they have so many politics and so much bullshit backstage. It ruins matches like this one. I'm not saying it ruined the match, but definitely left a bad taste in your mouth and just dampened the match a little bit for me personally. Then you had Stephanie McMahon come out with another referee to help Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins has a pedigree on Kevin Owens after telling him to suck it, and the crowd's chanting, but there's no referee. Referee finally gets in there. Kevin Owens hits the pop-up powerbomb with Seth Rollins over for the 1, 2, 3. So Kevin Owens retains the Universal Championship and celebrates with Chris Jericho as the show goes off the air. So great match. Kind of ruined a little bit because of the bullshit that happened towards the end. But you know, I'm not gonna let it ruin the match completely, even though it did kind of ruin the ending of it. But it is what it is. I thought they still went out there and pulled a really good, or had a really good match. But it just kind of sucks that it was kind of ruined and dampened because of all the bullshit that went on. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I thought Clash of Champions was a really good pay-per-view event. Still, you had 3 great matches. Solid undercard. The only real negative about the show was the fact that the ending of the main event was just complete and utter bullshit. Of course, Chris Jericho is not going to be involved in the feud, so it's probably going to be a triple threat. Hopefully a Fatal 4 with Sami Zayn maybe being added. I don't know, but as of right now, the title scene is looking like Owens, Jericho, and Rollins for the next pay-per-view, which I don't really care to see, to be perfectly honest, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a like below. Go ahead and freely leave your guys' comments about Clash of Champions if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, your thoughts and feelings pretty much on Clash of Champions, whatever you guys would like. And yeah, as always, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching the video.